Hey everybody, we're here on our All Things Blues and Southern Rock Facebook page, starting a new segment here called Quick Hitters. It's going to show up on a random basis. Jason Johannes, myself, and other random guests. You know, it could be somebody releasing a single, it could be road reports, but this time we got someone who's going to demo his custom guitar pedal. Jason, who's with us.
Listen, if we're for our first ever event like this, we're making it special and worthwhile for sure. So we're bringing back one of our guests that we've had on not too long ago from a band we really like. He's got his own guitar effects pedal out. He's going to tell you about it. It's Mr. Boone Froggatt from the band Otis. What's up, Boone?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me back on so soon.
Well, you know, you didn't suck the first time, so we figured you come back.
See how I do this time.
You're great.
All right, Boone, let's get right to it. You got a pedal to tell us about and demo. You just want to give us a quick background on how this came about and how it got into your hands, where you're at now.
Yeah, man, there's a great effect pedal company right here in Kentucky called Analog Pedals, headed up by Jeff Bowen. And earlier this year, we were talking back and forth. He's like, you know what, man, it would be really cool to do like a, line of signature pedals. So the Steve Jewell Vibe pedal came out first, which is the other guitarist to notice. And then the Chris Robertson Dos Fuzz came out. And then I was next in line with the Mojo box. And this is something really cool. This is an effect I've always wanted. I love tremolo, and I love like the warble you hear in it, and like the early rock and roll records, soul records. And I just wanted to emulate that and bring that into what I'm doing. And he did a great job on this pedal. Patrick Galanis Jr. of Southern Governor did the artwork, and he's helped me out with some promotional videos for it. And it's been a lot of fun to work with everybody on this pedal. Really proud of it, and it's doing well so far. Pedals are moving, and a lot of folks are getting on the otisband.com and grabbing the merch that goes along with it as well. So, hey, man, it's all good, and I'll get right into it. Here it is.
Great artwork, really cool. By the way. Patrick did awesome.
Yeah. Me and him worked real close together on this. I mean, I picked out the color of the pedal, I picked out the knobs, the whole thing, and yeah, of course, Jeff at Analog Pedals knew the proper circuits and all that.
So you didn't wait a minute. You didn't do the electronic circuit design. You're not a electrical engineer.
No, that ain't me. I can plug into it. That's about far as it goes. But yeah, really beautiful pedal. I love this artwork. Super proud of it. It's something as a guitar player you always dream of, but you're like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen to me. But as luck would have it, I've got my own signature guitar pedal out, and here I am talking to you guys.
Why don't you show us the controls there? And you say you're going to hook up after that and do the playing?
Yeah. It's really simple. I like to keep things simple, so I don't want a whole lot of knobs going on. What this is, it's actually two circuits in one box, and you can use them together, or you can use them as two separate effects. So this is the tremolo side. This is the speed that adjusts the speed of the tremolo, and this is the depth. And here's the chorus side of the pedal. It's this knob controls the rate of the chorus. But, it's just three knobs, but if you really sit down with it, there's so many different tones that you can pull out of this thing. And that's what I love about it. It's not a pedal for a particular kind of player, particular kind of sound. It's kind of like anybody that you can liken it to your own style and just add a little mojo to whatever you're doing. That's what I love about it. It's not an overbearing pedal. It's you can use as much of it or as less of it as you like, and that's what it's all about. Is just giving players that little extra something to make themselves stand out and build on their tone. And that's another thing I'm proud of this pedal about, is it doesn't affect the overall guitar tone. You get your guitar tone, then you get your effect, and it kind of stays out of each other's way. And great pedal. So yeah, I'll hook this thing up.
Yeah, let's hear what you can do, man.
And here's a moment where you've been looking so forward to. here in Boone, playing some guitar live, showing us these effects. Where's your anticipation level at, Jason?
9.5.
Dang,
It's hard to get me to 10.
And I got to show off my beautiful Zamitis V22 hollow body here. I love this guitar.
Yeah. You were talking about that on the podcast, man. I've never seen a hollow body Zamitis before.
Yeah, I love this. I love this guitar. This thing is me. Unfortunately, I haven't got to use it live due to the pandemic and all that jazz. But I absolutely love this guitar. It's beautiful. It's a great one. So, got to give a little shout out to Zamitis. Check those folks out. Amazing killer guitars.
Dude, I love the color. I love that. That's a great color.
I love a natural finish, man. All right, so is just straight into the amp. No, the pedal isn't turned on, so just to give you a feel of what I'm building on here. So start out with a little tremolo here, just the tremolo side of the pedal. Got my speed on about 9 or so, depth on about 8. And this sound I like to leave kind of stationary. Definitely if I'm playing like a blues shuffle or something, it really gives you that little extra something.
Man.
So yes, it's what I really like. It doesn't color the tone overbearingly. It's just adds that nice
enhances
that nice
it, man. Enhances it. It's nice.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let me adjust some things around here. And let you hear what the chorus side has going on. I've got it turned up pretty good. This is something I'll use if we're like doing some improvisational stuff, maybe some jam stuff. It's a really cool sound, really close to the George Harrison vibraphone sound, which I'm a huge fan of.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's the chorus side. As I said, you can use the effects together, or you can kind of treat them both as separate effects, kind of two pedals in one.
Very nice. So what other pedals are you running along with that, and what's the order of them?
Man, this is, other than a tuner, this is the nice. Only pedal I'm using right now. If we were to play a small club, I would use Analog Pedals has a great overdrive out called a Minotaur, and I would obviously put that before the tremolo effect, which is a modulation effect, and the kind of the rule of thumb is your modulation effects are always last.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Great sound. And like, what do you run? What amp are you running to with that thing?
Man, believe it or not, this is an old solid state Silvertone. It's got a 212 cabinet. It's a solid state head. I picked this up during the pandemic. A guy called me and said, I heard you collect guitar amps. I was like, yeah, what do you got? And he's like, well, I got this old Silvertone. I'll take about 75 for it. And I was like, where is it at? I'm coming to get it. So this thing's right up my alley. I love playing through it at home. Also got a old vintage Gibson amp that I love playing through. That I used it on our first record, Tough Times, tribute to John Brim. So that's a cool
old
amp
tube
as
amp.
well. Yeah, old tube amp.
Yeah. So are you hauling around a tube amp, or are you doing a solid state when you're going out and like traditionally doing shows?
Well, usually my live rig is either my old 50-watt Marshall. It's a 73 metal front head, but man, it's a beautiful sounding old Marshall. And I've got a Buddha head Buddha Super Drive. I think it's 45 watts, and I got it out as a backup. And then I go through a 212 orange. After we kind of moved into the van, I dropped the 412 cab and elected to go 212. And I'm really glad I did, because
Plenty loud.
Yeah. We don't have any problem being loud enough. That's we've never been accused of being too quiet.
No, and that pedal just amplifies it. It accentuates the sound. That guitar, beautiful, sounds beautiful. I love it. Brian, what do you think?
Oh, very, very, very beautiful sounding. How long did it take from when they started working on this? And during that process, did you come in and demo, and when were adjustments made? Like, is that just like you explaining to Jeff, here's what I want?
Yeah. It started out with Jeff saying, what type of pedal would you want? What makes it you? What qualities do you want to bring to it to really give you that signature sound? So it just started with me basically sending Jeff YouTube clips of old amps and effects that I loved, old records that the effects were used on that I loved, and he kind of put it all together, and he got up and ran with it, and did such a great job, because the pedal does exactly what I want it to do, and I'm super proud of it.
Yeah,
Jeff really went to bat on this one.
So if I go to him and say, can you make me a custom pedal, or is it only for special people?
No, he does custom builds a lot, which is kind of how this project started, and he does that for a lot of folks. Even he's built A and B switcher boxes where you can run multiple amps at a time. He can do that. He's done a lot of custom builds. He does repairs on existing vintage pedals, and he's a very, very, very talented guy. And we're here in Central Kentucky, we're glad to have a pedal wizard like that around at our disposal.
With that many bands and artists coming out of where you are, man, I'm sure there's a high demand.
Yeah, and it's I always like to play gear that my friends make, other than some big companies. So it's cool that I can call Jeff up and say, hey man, I want this. I don't want to drop some money on Jim Dunlop or the pedal of the week or whoever it is. Right. So it's that's a really cool relationship, kind of keeping it local. And when people go looking at what I'm playing live, I can say, hey, it's made right here in Kentucky. I had a hand in designing it. It's part of me.
Nice.
Does Jeff have a regular line, or is it just custom pedals?
No, he has a great regular line of stuff. As I said before, he's got a Minotaur overdrive that's really, really good. And another pedal he specializes in is the Kentucky Hot Brown, which is kind of gives you the brown sound, and all you 80s shredder folks will know what I'm talking about. That pedal really cooks, and he's does great fuzz pedals as well. He can. There's really not, as far as guitar effect pedals, there's not much you can't do.
And if you go to the Instagram page too of yours, Boone, or Analog Pedals, there's some really great photos and things on there. So follow Boone, follow Analog Pedals, man. There's great stuff. I'm on there right now.
Absolutely, man. At The Only Boone Frogget, at the Otis Band Official, keep everything up to date on there as well. And Analog Pedals, man, that's where it's at.
How many total are they selling? I mean, is there a max amount that you have just out right now?
We really haven't put a cap on it. We're just kind of taking it as it comes, I think.
Okay. Custom made. Okay, made to order. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's gonna keep it available for a while and see what happens.
Can we get one autographed if we order one?
Oh yeah, they're all signed.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Well, if you got to have your signature on it. It's your signature pedal. I'm not going to buy one if you don't sign it.
That's right. And actually, I signed the inner back plate of the pedal. I couldn't bring myself to ruin that yellow paint.
So does Jeff have like a store, or he's doing this out of his house, or?
Man, it's just a pretty simple operation. He doesn't have a store or anything. He just sells through his website.
Okay.
And, that's the analogpedals.com.
Okay.
And I see on the Instagram, there's pictures of you signing the back cover of the plate, the inside of the plate as well too, so you can see how it's done.
Absolutely.
And it really is Boone doing it too, not some underling at Analog Pedals.
It's the real me, the real Boone.
All right, Boone, thank you so much for being on the very first installment of Quick Hitters. We'll look forward to hearing more about these pedals. Looking forward to hearing more about Otis, and can't wait till you guys can get back out there and start doing it, man.
Go buy that pedal.
That's right. Boone's Mojo Box. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh, love it.
See y'all later.